Alright, so this video is going to hit some heavy topics and contain some coarse language. If you're just here for the cute, fun stuff, or if you're not looking to hear a bunch of curse words, you're welcome to back out now. Now, the reason I'm making this video is to address some events that happened on Instagram recently involving whiskey-oriented accounts. Specifically, I'm addressing the reprehensible, disgusting, and misogynist harassment of a whiskey producer, although I use the term whiskey producer as loosely as possible in this case, against an Instagram user who is part of the whiskey community. And before we even get started, I want to be very clear and frank in my message. Fuck Jason Brown. Now, a lot of you probably don't know who Jason Brown is. I didn't. I have no idea. I guess he was a football coach or something, and I guess he has a podcast called like Slapdick or something like that. I don't know. I don't care. None of that matters. What does matter is that, like many celebrities, or in this case, minor, barely celebrities, Mr. Brown decided to get into the spirits game. Specifically whiskey. And why wouldn't he? Right? Whiskey is hot right now, and every jag-off with a little bit of notoriety is trying to hop on the bandwagon. But look at the picture of his whiskey right quick, and tell me if you see something funny, all right? Because I do. I see a little something odd about this guy. It's labeled as agave whiskey. For those of you who are new to whiskey, you should know that whiskey is made out of grain. Grain, corn, wheat, barley, rye. You know, that sort of thing. Agave isn't a grain. Agave is what they make tequila out of, or mezcal, right? Right? It's not something you traditionally make whiskey out of because you can't. It's not a grain-bearing plant. So that's a little strange. I wonder what's up with that. That's the question that a Lil Dab of Bourbon, who is an Instagrammer who happens to be a woman, asked when she posted a picture of this bottle. And I'm going to show you the post right here. It's a very innocuous post. It's nothing bad. She just posted about the bottle. Like, just, what's up with this? It wasn't even like super tongue-in-cheek or sarcastic or anything. She's just like, hey, this is new. What's going on? To which this guy, who insists on calling himself Coach, I guess, Coach Jason Brown. I don't know, sounds like a douchebag. Anyway, Jason Brown started sending her all these DMs. And they started off hostile, and they got increasingly toxic. He said that she was incompetent and just shitting on his whiskey and some such. And then it devolved into crude and vulgar comments about sex, specifically her sex life. And as I've said in previous videos about the topic of sexism in the whiskey community, I'm not anti-sex, but there's a difference between talking about sex and enjoying sex and attacking a woman with these weird sexual, sexist overtones. And this wouldn't have happened if she wasn't a woman. We all know this. Don't kid yourself that, he would have said that to anybody. I don't think so. Now, any reasonable person who knows about whiskey and knows about whiskey labels would probably be a little confused about whatever slapdick agave whiskey is. They might have some questions about it, like, what is it? Is it whiskey flavored with agave? Was agave involved in the mash somehow? Did the Tax and Trade Bureau check this out? Like, what's going on with it? And all Jason Brown had to do was tell us. That's all he had to do. All he had to do was just say, oh yeah, it's agave flavored whiskey. And I understand your confusion, or I appreciate you bringing attention to my brand, whatever, cool. It's agave flavored whiskey. I made it. I like it. I hope you do too. That's all he had to say. But instead, he got absurdly sensitive and angry about a Lil Dab of Bourbon's post. What the fuck, dude? Now, I've dealt with toxic bullying behavior from some minor, quote-unquote, celebrities whose brands I have given bad reviews of. I think their big baby egos just can't take it when anyone says something even slightly critical of something they've done. And honestly, since they tend to be completely ignorant about whiskey, they tend to think that they know everything about it. It's called the Dunning-Kruger effect. Stupid dipshits don't know that they're stupid dipshits. But here's the thing. Since I'm a white man, I don't get targeted with the kind of sexist and racist abuse that women and people of color have to put up with, especially on the internet, and in this case, within the whiskey community. I get some mean comments, I get somebody dragging my name through the mud, whatever. This shit is way more personal and way, way beyond the pale. Because it's not just that Jason Brown is an asshole. I mean, he is an asshole. He's a massive, gaping asshole. But it's also that his words and his actions are disparaging to women in general when we should be welcoming them into this community. Women are becoming more and more important as consumers, as producers, as distributors, and as reviewers. And alienating them from this community is the stupidest fucking thing we can do. Any behavior that's going to alienate a group of people from this community just based on who they are is fucking awful. We need people to enjoy whiskey. We need to get rid of the idea that this is a old white men's club. We should be welcoming women, people of color, young people, whoever the fuck, right? That's what this is about. Now, there's been a lot of people who have already come out in the community and have said that they condemn Jason Brown for what he said. And that's awesome. I'm so glad. I'm glad that we have this tight-knit community who believes in inclusion. And the people who have condemned him have done so very articulately and thoughtfully and, honestly, very politely. But I'm not going to be. I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel. And Jason Brown, I hope you're watching this. I really hope you're watching this because I want you to hear this. I want you to hear this from me because I'm standing with my sister in whiskey. If you fuck with one of us, you fuck with all of us. So here's my message, Jason Brown. Fuck you. Fuck your whiskey, fuck its stupid name, and fuck its ugly ass label. Fuck your podcast, fuck your cigars, fuck your dumb face, and once again, fuck you. Take your stupid sexist ass and get the fuck out of the whiskey community, you dumb sack of shit. But as for the rest of you, hope you stay safe, stay healthy, and stay rotten. Sláinte.